seconds, just point. Hey, Warrior Saints. Glad to have you beautiful people in with us today as we endeavor continually along the way of the Warrior Saint. I want to get into something today because the Paris Olympics have really shown us a bunch of different things. There's a lot of distractions. There's not a lot of focus on the actual Olympics and what's actually going on and the amazing feats that a lot of these people are doing, because there are so many things that are pulling us this way and that and drawing us into all of these discussions, these debates. It's almost like it's intentional, like they're going after something, like they want to show you what they're doing so that you talk about it. And we take it personally and we get into things all the time. And this is something I struggle with myself, is taking things personally all the time, right? If someone comes and asks me a question, it might just be a question. But my inherent need is that I take it as a personal attack. And then I take it to heart. And then I think I need to do this and this and this and this. And we keep running down all these rabbit holes that are designed just to keep us angry and keep us outraged and keep us arguing. But as warrior saints who are called to stand firm against all of these temptations, we need to start standing firm against all of these temptations. And we hear about this in St. Paul's letter to Titus, chapter 3, verse 9. He's explaining to Titus how to live, and he says the following: avoid stupid controversies, genealogies, dissensions, and quarrels over the law. They are unprofitable and futile. Every time, if we want to go down this rabbit hole, there will always be a rabbit hole to go down. Because everywhere we turn, it feels like there is another stupid controversy. There is another dissension. There is something else. There is an attempt to put us into a box and say, you are either this or that. And both sides of those arguments are using names to box people in. And then we feel like we're backed up against a wall, and then we want to jump out and attack. And this is something that's just part of human nature. But St. Paul tells us to be above that, to get through that, to avoid these things, to avoid these dissensions, so that we as warrior saints are able to stand firm against the wiles of the evil one, against the rulers of this age. If I see one more thing or get another political text message telling me all the horrible things that are being done by whatever party they are going after, doesn't matter which party is sending it, right? I'm registered as an independent, so I get them from both sides because they don't know where I sit. I'm trying to stay above it all. And they're trying to draw me in. They're using buzzwords. They're using all the things that they need to do so that they can throw you into their box. And then you feel like you have nothing else to do but jump out. The reality is God is showing us a different way, a better way. The way of the warrior saint is a way that is designed to actually give us a new framework for our life. A better way, a different way, an alternative to feeling like that, to feeling all of this that makes us then want to go out, to actually get to a place where we can see things clearly for what they are, rather than being drawn in and pushed around by the tide and the current that is going on around us. If you want that for yourself, if you're looking for that in your life, if you're tired of feeling like this all the time, feeling backed into a corner all the time, and you want to rise above it, I encourage you, get on the way of the warrior saint. Visit us at warriorsaints.org. Start looking at what we've got. There's a link tree in the description that has some examples of how we can do that. There's this great video called Adam versus Christ. It's not that it's a battle royale between Adam and Christ, but it's that we are given two paths to follow. We continually follow the path of Adam. Why don't we start following the path of Christ? And in that video, you'll see what that looks like. We'll see what it looks like to leave behind passion and start following and finding our purpose so that we can get out there and do what we are called to do, rising above the fray, avoiding these stupid controversies that are constantly trying to pull us in, and we can get walking on the way of the warrior saint. We'll be back again tomorrow, and until we see you then, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.